Okay, friends, come to the circle. We're going to have story time. S-T-O-R-Y, S-T-O-R-Y, S-T-O-R-Y. It's time to read a story. Now, before we get started, today's story is about Christmas. Who likes Christmas? Raise your hand. Yeah, me too. So our story today is called The Very Snowy Christmas by our author, Diane Hendry. Who remembers what the author does? Raise your hand. Right, the author writes the words. The author writes the words. Hi-ho, library, oh, the author writes the words. And our illustrator is Jane Chapman. Who remembers what the illustrator does? Raise your hand. Right, draws the pictures. The illustrator draws. The illustrator draws. Hi-ho, library, oh, the illustrator draws. All right. It was Christmas Eve, and Big Mouse was making cheese pies. Little Mouse was making paper chains. Merry Christmas to us! Merry Christmas to us! Sang Little Mouse. Big Mouse, can I decorate the Christmas tree now? Can I? We'll do it together, said Big Mouse. Little Mouse hung golden acorns and mistletoe berries on the tree. Big Mouse put a star on top. But we forgot the holly, cried Little Mouse. I'll go get some, and off he ran. Make sure it has nice red berries, called Big Mouse. Little Mouse set off down the path singing, Jolly holly, holly jolly, holly jolly Christmas. But there was no holly to be found in the first corner, and no holly to be found in the second corner, and no holly to be found in the third corner. So over the bridge ran Little Mouse, and at last he found a holly bush with shiny red berries. He jumped up and down with excitement. Oh, jolly holly, holly jolly, jolly holly Christmas, sang Little Mouse, stretching high on his toes to reach them. But suddenly, soft white flakes began falling all around him. One flake fell on Little Mouse's nose and made him sneeze. Oh, goodness me, said Little Mouse, the sky is coming undone. What do you guys think these are? What do you think that is? Raise your hand. Maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know. Let's see. As Little Mouse hurried home, many more pieces of sky fell down upon him. Faster and faster they fell. They fell on his ears, his whiskers, and his tail. Oh dear, said Little Mouse. I'll take some of these home to show Big Mouse. He'll know how to stitch the sky back together again. Little Mouse made a ball of white flakes and put them in his bucket. Then back over the bridge he hurried. Suddenly he saw a strange creature in the water making faces at him. It had lots of ears and a blurry face. It waved its arms at Little Mouse. What do you guys think that is? Up here. Raise your hand. Yeah? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's a mouse nest monster, squeaked Little Mouse, and he fell on his bottom. Oh, I wish Big Mouse were here, he cried, scrambling up. Back down the path ran Little Mouse, looking over his shoulder to see if the mouse nest monster was following him. It wasn't, but something else was. Little Mouse could see its paw prints coming after him. Oh, no. Eek! Help! cried Little Mouse. Now there's an invisible monster chasing me. Little Mouse ran up and down and around in circles to escape, but the paw prints of the invisible monster went down and around after him. What do you guys think is following him? What do you think? Raise your hand. Yeah? Maybe. I don't know. Little Mouse ran and ran, faster and faster whirled the flakes, and faster ran Little Mouse, and the invisible monster followed him. At last, Little Mouse saw his house, but in the garden was a huge white mouse. Oh no, squeaked Little Mouse. Another monster waiting to catch me. Little Mouse trembled and began to cry. Oh no. But then the front door opened, and there was Big Mouse. Little Mouse leapt into Big Mouse's arms. Big Mouse, he cried. The sky is coming undone. And look, he wailed, pointing to the paw prints. An invisible monster has been chasing me. There was a terrible mouse nest monster in the water, and now there's a scary white monster staring right at me. Uh-oh. Oh, Little Mouse, said Big Mouse, the sky hasn't come undone. It's snowing, and there aren't any monsters. Those are your paw prints. And that mouse nest monster was your reflection in the water. Look! And Big Mouse showed Little Mouse his face in a puddle. And this is a snow mouse I made to welcome you home, he said. Let's make another. And so they did. Snow is magic, cried Little Mouse. Yes, said Big Mouse. Santa Claus likes snow too. Little Mouse jumped up and down. Will he be here soon? Can I hang my stocking up now? Yes, you can, said Big Mouse. Let's go and get warm first. So they went and warmed their paws by the fire. Little Mouse hung up his stocking, and Big Mouse hung up his stocking. The holly berries shone in the firelight. It's almost Christmas, said Little Mouse. Holly jolly, jolly holly Christmas, and he wiggled his warm nose. The end. Did you guys like that book? Raise your hand. Me too. Now, today in Art Center, we're going to be making snowflakes, just like in our story today, okay? All right.